Welcome to another episode of Battle of the Sexes. This week, we will be discussing Mendecees and Yandi. Mendecees recently told Yandi, I can't remember what the name of the show is that they were on. Is it Couples Retreat? I think it's Couples Retreat or something like that. But they're basically on a TV show, and it's kind of like relationship rehabilitation. If you're ever going through anything, you kind of talk it out. And Yandi said that she didn't know if Mendecees would hold her down if the shoe was on the other foot. And she didn't think he would, but she never expected his response to actually be that, no, I do not know if I would hold you down if the shoe was on the other foot. So tonight, we are going to be discussing that whole situation. And do we believe women always hold down the men and they're always having their backs, and men, if the shoe was on the other foot, did the men hold the women down? We're going to get into it. We're going to discuss it. I've got 6 amazing, wonderful people in the house. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way in. If you can share out this live, please do so now. And also, if you would like to join us up here, of course, as per usual, you are more than welcome to click on the link once I drop it and come on up and join the conversation. Shanita Marine randomly. Sorry, I just have to take a second to say, what are you sipping on, girl? Because I have a funny feeling I know what you're sipping on.
Girl, I'm sipping on some tea. The tea specifically is called Candidly Tea.
Hey!
And the name of the Candidly Tea is called Immunity Boost. Honey.
Does it taste good? Does it taste good?
Listen, if I'm not getting into it today, that's because I'm sitting back and reflecting, because it's tea, honey.
Sorry, guys.
Life more abundantly.
Sorry, guys. I had to take a second. So for those of you that don't know, I am launching a handcrafted tea blend line that will be coming out on May 27th. So I've handed out samples to a whole bunch of people, and I'm getting their feedback. And Shanita just happened to be sipping on my tea. So I just had to find out what she thinks, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm super duper excited.
Tea drinker, so for me to be drinking tea says a lot. Okay. Y'all be on the lookout for Candidly Teas. It's what you need in your life, all right? It's this immunity boost. What's good? Immunity tea, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. But every time I drink it, girl, my moon get boosted. So
So guys, go and check it out. Make sure you are connected to Candidly Teas on IG to know exactly when we launch. But we're super excited. Okay, so thank you to everybody in the chat. Let's get into this week's topic. Hey, Derek. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Dre. Hey, Politics as usual. Welcome to the stream. We love to have all of you guys here. So, who wants to go first? Shanita or E Black?
I want to hear what E Black got to say.
I know, me too, because I want to toast him.
I'm very intrigued.
You know, I'm a gentleman, so I'll let the ladies go first. Because I really think this is a setup, but
never.
Oh yeah. Don't give me the puppy eyes. Okay.
I think we would never set you up. Never.
I saw this and I figured, I was like, this is really open and shut. But I think you guys are going to be interested in what I got to say about this.
Okay, Shanita, let's give him a moment to gather his thoughts. Shanita Marine, randomly, what are your thoughts on what happened this week?
You know what? I think he was being absolutely honest when he said he don't know if he could do the same thing. So I had a situation happen where my ex was in jail for 18 months, and I waited on his. I'm gonna be respectful, and I waited on him. Okay, and after he got out, he left me. So it was like, how? Yeah. But I think if the shoe was on the other foot, I don't think he would have waited on me. I think he would have gone out there and sold his royal oats. So if it happens again, which God forbid I don't, I'm out. I refuse to let that happen again. Mm-mm.
So, you know, so first of all, I will say what I will do, and then I will say something else. So first of all, where I stand is, if you get in a relationship with me, I'm gonna tell you straight up from the jump: married, not married, just in a relationship, not in a relationship. If you going down and you doing some hard time, V ain't gonna be here waiting on your ass. Sorry, it ain't happening. You should have never got in trouble. You should have never done what the hell you did in the first place. Okay, I ain't doing it. I just don't believe, I think it's very hard for you to put your whole life on hold for someone that's not around. And then I feel that had the shoe been on the other foot, the man wouldn't do it for me. Shoot. Probably the same night I get locked up, he probably gonna have somebody else. So you know what? I'm gonna just be honest. I think it's just best that we go our separate ways. I can be your friend. I can write to you. I can keep you company and stuff like that. But as far as the relationship goes, that is done. Done, 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 done. However, I will say, so one celebrity couple that I actually give a lot of credit to and I love to see them is Remy Ma and Papoose. And Papoose stuck it out. He stuck it out and he waiting on his moment, and they are so happy now.
Yes.
I know he did say that if she ended up back in jail again, he don't know if he could do it again. But he done made it through the hard time, and he really stuck it out for her. And I really appreciate it. But I just feel that people have to be honest and realistic in these types of situations, you know. And women have needs as much as men have needs, and women want their men home as much as men want their women home. So I just think that we have to be fair and we need to be honest when it comes to this type of situation. However, I also do feel that the male species can be selfish too. And I feel that a lot of the time the women will sit around, will be putting money on the books, will go and visit, will sit around for years and wait for him to come home. And a lot of the times, had she been in jail, his ass would be gone. So I'm just gonna be honest. That's how I see it.
Okay. So we're all just dogs and just unloyal creatures.
Oh yeah, no, okay. Let's be honest. Let's be honest, okay? Because let's be real. So women can probably go without sex for longer than men can. Men tend to not be able to go without sex. So if your woman is locked up for say 5 years, are you gonna tell me that the man is gonna be celibate for the whole 5 years?
So,
5 years?
so the predication of holding down is basically withdrawing from sex.
I mean, you would literally be dedicated to your partner, and yeah, you wouldn't be having sex, talking to, entertaining, nothing. Like your life is like you're still in a relationship, but your partner is away on vacation.
So to be clear, what you're saying is that a person holding another person down in jail is basically abstaining from all
Relationships.
and celibacy from all things. Okay. Yeah, men are gonna have a hard time doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Thank you.
There's really, you know, we have a certain tick that we have to have, but you know, I actually see this kind of differently. When you sent me the video, I kind of seen it, and I was like, you know, what would make a man say that? You know, first of all, I felt that, you know, he really just should have said thank you. That's really the situation I felt that should have just happened. But I think what happens is I always say, women, y'all want these alpha, drug pen, in the streets dudes, but then when it's time to verbalize and to state your emotional and be vulnerable, you guys want us to say the perfect answers and the perfect things. And this is a situation that kind of backfired. You put a guy who's I don't know if you caught the part where he said he had abandonment issues, right? he said that his mom abandoned him. So why can't I even say that I can live without somebody else?
Mm.
But that goes beyond, you know, women, y'all don't care about that. I realize that. So what I caught that when I looked at the video and I said, you know what, if I had to take a back picture and I had to say, you know what, what made him say that? What made him say that? Look at the scenario. He's in front of a group of people. He's sitting there with a 6-foot-something muscular woman snapping at him. He's in front of his girlfriend talking about, hey, I have issues, you have issues. And then he's being told to explain how he feels, and he goes into defensive mechanisms. He's been in jail. Do you know how it feels to? I don't know how it feels to be in jail, but I can only imagine what personalities you would have to be in jail to handle that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So when he said, you know, I don't know what I would do, I just took that as a defense mechanism. I'm in this situation. I don't know what I would do if I get shot. I don't know what I would do if a guy came down and robbed me. I don't know what I would do. These are just defensive mechanisms that I felt that he displayed in the particular situation. He did say, I signed up for this. He said, you know what? I signed up for this, which lets me know that he's being honest about his situation. He's being 100% honest, saying that, you know, I married this woman. I'm here for life and death. But in the cases of anything else, I don't know, because I'm just used to doing that. Like I said, you guys want these alpha men or these men who are high value to just speak elegant tones of wishes and whatnots and say the perfect words if they don't want to take care of the guy at his current state. So that's all I got from it. I think she knows what kind of guy she got. Expecting what he should have said was, like I said, say thank you, but you're not going to get that in this type of guy. She should have just, if she wanted that type of guy, she should have just basically dated down lower and got a guy that's sweet and sensitive and in tune with his verbal emotions.
She dated more by getting a man who went to jail.
I mean,
Low.
My understanding, I don't really watch the show, but to my understanding, he was a music executive.
Huh? What you say again? He what? He what? He was what? He was
music executive.
Man, stop lying. He wasn't no music executive. He was a kingpin. He was selling drugs. I watched the show, so I know he was selling drugs. Don't start no mess today, because come on with it. I got all the information on him. Okay.
Okay, so like I said, I don't know too much about the guy.
Okay, well, I do. I watched the show.
From my understanding, this guy was who he was. She knew who he was, and she took him as he was. And he wasn't some peon on the street for her to take him on, unless I'm wrong. So, you know. Hello, Andrea.
Hello, how you doing today? How you doing? Okay, how you doing?
Yeah, he was like a big time drug dealer.
Yes,
but I mean, he's in the music industry too.
Yeah,
I guess that's how they hide. I guess that's how they hide their money, right? You gotta have something.
What was he doing? What was he in the ministry doing? What was he doing? I don't know what his job is. Do he got one? Last time I checked, I'm just asking some questions now.
You know, I don't know if he worked.
I don't think he got a job. I don't think he got a job. Okay.
I don't know. He bought a Bentley. I know that, from my understanding.
From his drug money.
So he went to jail for drugs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's what he went down for.
That's what he went down for.
And how long was he in? I don't know the backstory.
He got 8 years. He did 4. Okay.
Yeah. So he must have been doing really something nasty in the New York streets. But like I said, you know, you guys, women want these type of guys, and they expect a type of reaction, and this is what you get. You corner a man who's been struggling his whole life and who's been dealing with first of all, you have to be protective of yourself. There is no vulnerability. These men, we do not we do not have a click that just says, you know what, I'm going to be vulnerable right now and say the right things. These things do not come naturally, and this is the reaction you're going to typically get from a situation like this. So,
okay. So, we talking about holding somebody down. Is that what we talking about today? Is that the topic? Yeah. Okay. So let me say some things. Okay, I got some things to say. Okay. Now, I didn't appreciate that he said that shit. Okay, number one, it irritates the hell out of my nerves. Number two, number three, he was in jail for about 4 years, and he complaining that he didn't know he was gonna hold her down in jail. How dare you say that to me?
And he was really like nitpicking about she didn't call every day, or she didn't do this, and I'm like, your ass in jail. What the hell?
Thank you. Who is putting money on your books? Who is to your kids? Because you got not only you got 2 kids with 2 other baby mamas, you got 2 kids with me. So who gonna take care of them? I'm just asking some questions now.
But when he's free, you call him day, noon, and night, trying to run where he's at. So what's the difference? Do you not think the
difference is she hold him down. Number one, if you know about Mendecees and Yandi, number one, she hold him down. She knew he was gonna catch a charge. On that's number one. Number two, he was gonna go to jail. We didn't know when, how, or whatever. The feds gonna get his ass anyway. He was a kingpin. Okay. Number three, you had kids. He had kids with her. Okay. While he was on bail, the first baby he was on bail. The second baby he was on still on bail. They had 2 kids. So how are you talking about how she not holding him down? She had taken the other 2 kids when you was in jail. He disrespectful and a little whiny. Yeah. You in jail. Just do your time and get out and be a good man.
Well, like I said, she accepted this guy for what he did. And like I said, you're expecting emotions to come out of this guy in the form of he's not a woman. He's not going to communicate like a woman.
Yeah, but the thing is, if she hold him down the whole time he was in jail, okay, the whole time, not only the jail sentence, the bond hearing, because who paid for the bond? I don't think Mendecees had no money to pay for the bond. Just ask the questions now.
Well, he had money because he had a whole bunch of drug money.
But the feds don't seize that. That's why Yandi didn't get married to him because the feds was gonna seize her money too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just saying, if she holding him down, going to jail, going to visits, taking the kids, holding the kids down too, taking care of y'all kids, because these are our kids, and ain't just my kids while you in jail. And we are doing time while you in jail too, because not only we doing time, because you bother me while I'm working, you're getting on my nerves while I'm trying to take care of these kids, and I'm trying to run these business too. Now what?
But you're doing that when I'm out in the streets, you're calling me 8 a.m., 12:15, 5:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're doing the same thing. It's just now all of a sudden I'm free. Now, I don't know. I think what it is that she felt that her actions warranted a response that he was not willing to give based on his tragedies in his life. And you gotta understand that.
He got mommy issues, because he has some mommy issues. Because his mama because Mendecees. So the real reason is Mendecees started selling drugs because his own mama wasn't there. She left him at home along with his brother, and that's why he started selling drugs. So maybe Mendecees need to go figure out his mommy issues and deal with them, and why his mama was selling drugs because she wasn't there for him. How about that?
Well, how about you go to counseling with him and make sure that he has proper dialogue and communications, that he can communicate the things that you're not getting. You're like I said, you're trying to get water out of a rock.
Maybe she thought he was gonna be grateful to her why she hold him down. Maybe she thought that he was gonna be a little different. Now he out of jail and free. Now he got all these complaints and all these he didn't like. But nobody told you to go to jail. Nobody told you to be a kingpin. Nobody told you sell drugs. You chose that on your own. So get over it, move on, and do your time. How about that?
Like I said, you're not going to get that type of verbalized verbalization of emotions from a man who's been to jail, who's had to raise his brother, who has to do the time. If you want that type of verbalized thing, you're going to have to go to therapy for that. And not only you're going to have to go to therapy, you're going to have to get proper, when you're in these situations and you're in television, you're going to have to get proper therapists who are going to lead them along towards that. But if you want spot on thank yous and this and that, good luck with that. You should have dated the other guy who went to who did some other stuff to survive.
It sounds like more of a betrayal after all this time that I spent
it does.
holding you down and being there for you for 4 years when I didn't have to, and I could have just moved on and left you. And then you're telling me you don't know if you can do the same for me.
Yes.
Like, you're not thinking about the sacrifices. I get it. He got mommy issues, and I mean, it has me kind of being like, okay, I can understand his plight, but in the same breath, he had these same mommy issues before he went to jail, so that don't really hold much.
But you know what? I think as well though, like, so for instance, like he's nitpicking and he's throwing everything back in her face right now, right? So he's nitpicking at the things that she didn't do. But then my thing is, you're forgetting because you're locked up, you're forgetting what life is like on the outside. And life goes on, and there's jobs to do, there's kids to take care of, there's things happening. So if I don't get around to calling you today, I'm sorry, but I was doing 10 million other things that needs to be done out here. And I think it's kind of selfish. And I think that, people on the inside, like, they ain't got nothing else to do. You ain't got nothing but time, right? So you start neglecting to remember what it's like being on the outside, and you forget that the people that you love and care about are still having to go on with life without you being there. So, I think it was a slap in the face what he said to Yandi. Yes. I didn't like. I mean, I know I said I wasn't holding you down, but you knew that from day one before we even got together, right? That I'm not doing 5 years without my man. Like, no, I'm just not. We can be friends, but I'm not doing that. But for a woman that does do it, or for a man that does do it, you really need to be appreciative, because that's a lot. That takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of determination, and a lot of love. I mean, shoot.
It does. And that's what they don't understand. Like you said, when they're locked up and stuff, they thinking, everything's supposed to stop when they make a phone call, and, the world's supposed to just be spending on their time because they're locked up. So they need extra time and they need extra attention. But it's
that's
like,
a lot.
I still have other responsibilities while you locked up. I can't just sit here and cater to you and be readily available to you when you need me. I have other stuff going on. So I can fit you into my schedule somehow, but my schedule's already hectic, especially for somebody who's not, who's always on the go doing stuff on the daily basis. It's going to take like actual time to put you in to have a conversation with you, because all it is just a conversation. And then based off that conversation, you're going to want extra stuff. You're going to want to talk to me. You want me to talk to you dirty, maybe. You're going to want me to do other stuff for you, write down plans that you want me to do while you locked up. You got other, it's too much. Because I already got, I'm telling you, my ex was in jail, and he had all this like long list of things that he wanted me to do for him while he was locked up. And I'm like, I have 2 small kids at the house. I really don't have time for all of this extra stuff. Not because I don't love you or I don't care about you, but life is still happening while you locked up.
Without you.
You made this decision, get yourself put in here. So don't expect me to be catering to you because you got locked up. Like,
and nobody think about the women and the children. Because I had a man who was locked up, or I did it for a whole year, and I didn't do that shit again ever in life. That was that bullshit. But they don't think about the women and the children are doing time. They only think about themselves. They selfish and they lying because they talking that prison talk. And when they get out, they're gonna be something else. Gonna be a beast on your hands. So I'm just saying is they just selfish to me. And Mendecees is damn right selfish. I said it.
Like I said, what do you guys expect from a man who's been in jail? What do you guys expect the environment? He's in an environment with at any moment in time, he could be killed. He could be hurt. are you expecting a man that is in that state who cannot have vulnerable states, and then next thing you know, jump into a real world and then be vulnerable? It takes time, and it takes time for people to have those type of verbalizational skills to deal with the world. Now, I understand where you guys are coming from. He should have just said thank you. But the simple fact of the matter is that if you want that thank you, you're going to have to deal with the man that you chose.
My thing is though, like, I get what you're saying, E Black, but his life has always been on the edge of danger. I mean, if you are dealing with drugs, he could be shot and killed on the street. I mean,
and the project where he lived at, he lived in the projects too, where he lived at the projects.
Yeah.
So don't tell me he got danger in the project, honey. He was fine in jail. He was doing fair time anyway. Ain't nobody gonna hurt him. Please, he was just fine. He had 3 meals in the pot. He doing just fine.
Just to be clear, this is the only time in which he had trouble communicating his wishes or his emotions. This was the only time.
No, the boy always had communication problems to me.
Okay, so exactly. If you're trying to sit there and try to, like I keep saying, trying to get the water out the rock, you need to address it. You cannot sit there and get the verbalized answer that you want and the emotional needs that you need from a person who's not able to communicate them based on his traumatized life.
But she thought that he would be better when he came out. She thought that he would be better in every sense of the word. You done your time. You reflect on your life, and maybe you're gonna be a different man. So maybe she thought, but I believe she thought he was gonna be a different man. I believe she thought, man, she holds me down for 4 years. I mean, I'm grateful.
Yes, and I agree, but the better man is in terms of society, not the better man in terms of emotional.
No, the better man is Mendecees had plenty of time to do his time. He had 4 years in prison. He should have came out a better man, thanking his wife, his girlfriend, his mother of his children, appreciating her, what he done.
Well, like I said, he got resentment because you're in this world. You're not able to be vulnerable. You're wondering what's going on the outside. You're hearing rumors. You're just going through the Richter of everything in life, and then then at a certain point in time, you get to the point to saying, you know what, man, if I was out, she'd be calling me at 9 a.m. She'd be cursing me out at 10 o'clock in the morning. She'll be cursing me out at 3 in the afternoon. What's the difference now? Now you want me to put me on the shelf? Now you want me to just sit here and just rot to death?
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. Didn't the judge put him on the shelf? I mean, he's locked up. I'm just This is like you act like he don't know what he was in jail for selling drugs. Come on now, let's tell the truth and be honest. It was a jail for selling drugs. Yandi has life. They have 2 kids. It's so disrespectful because he's in jail doing nothing. Have time to call me, get on my nerves. Have time to do nothing while I'm taking care of the kids, running the business, and you got 2 other kids out here on the side. So you got to pay child support for that kid too, and that's what she was doing. Show consideration for her and all that she to put up with, and then she to come down there and visit you too.
Like I said, these are feminine traits that women are easily able to express to each other. Masculine men and men who are in high pressure situations are not able to flip the switch and say, thank you, I'm grateful. Okay,
well, can I ask you a question, then? Can you communicate with your wife, then?
Huh?
Can you communicate with your wife?
I'm not a drug dealer.
It don't
matter. Issues. My wife did not choose that type of person, so I'm able to communicate in a level that she's able to. But even still, she has to deal with my traumas and my situations that we have to work through. So when she thinks I am stubborn, she thinks I am stubborn as a dog. Of course,
I can see that.
but she thinks I'm stubborn, but still we're able to communicate beyond that. I can just imagine anybody who's had to raise their kids, who's had to deal with street life and guns and robberies and just living life to its absolute edge, and then trying to have a communication with a female and saying thank you. These things, where do you guys think these men get this stuff from? There's no, where's the playbook for this stuff?
Okay, we all don't have trauma. We all don't have pain. We all don't have some sorrow. We all don't have some things that wasn't right for us in our life. Come on here, get over it, but you too old for this shit.
Andrea, let me be honest. I do not expect a thank you and I'm grateful from you. Okay.
I'm just saying. You know, it's just like I just irritated by him. Okay, I really am.
I understand, but like I said, you have to really put yourself at. You have to understand the man that you chose. That's all I'm saying, and deal with.
You get what you get.
Yeah, but we all done been through some trauma. Come on now, people, can keep it real. We all done been through some pain. We all been through some heartache. But if you ain't communicating right, that's on you. You may write it down and communicate right then. Okay, but as the woman that hold him down for 4 years, took care of his kids, made sure that he was all right. That is something to be said. And too many women I have watched hold men down. I have went to the jail. This lady told me she's been there for 12 years. Are you kidding me?
Well, like I said, I'm surprised nobody. We haven't heard from Robin yet, I've heard from you. But I'm surprised nobody ever talks about his past. Nobody gives the man the pass. He's supposed to be this hard as rock person, and then vulnerable to certain times. And then we're talking about communication skills. We're not talking. I'm sorry. You guys want this guy to sit here and sing sweet nothings and to profess his love in a situation in which you have this 6 foot masculine female snapping at him in front of I'm sorry. I was looking at that chick. I'm like, I'm not being vulnerable in front of her.
She is not. She's actually not that tall. She used to go to a church that I used to go to. She's come and visit when she's in town, and she's maybe about 5'4", 5. She's really not that tall.
Oh, really? Maybe it's the heels.
Yeah, it's the heels.
And the stripes, because she looked like the tiki torches was like way below her and stuff. I'm like,
maybe it was the angle. Yeah.
It was crazy because I'm like, she got guns bigger than mine, and I'm like, I'm not about to be vulnerable in front of this female, in front of this setting. I'm not about to say. So the defensive mechanism kicked in, and I'm telling you, as a man, that's what I saw. I saw a man being defensive because he's being put on the spot and being forced to say something that, you know, after he's being begrudging about an issue that he has that hadn't been addressed. So, you know, I knew you guys were gonna have me on the hot seat. No, I see, you know, look, I'm ready for this.
I'm gonna Robin speak and see what she has to say.
I mean, from what I've been hearing from the conversation, and you guys know I'm always unprepared, but I agree with E Black. I just feel like you can't expect much from this type of person. It's low quality people, and that's what you're going to get. Like you cannot expect him to. I don't know. I agree with you, E. I really do. I do. Don't thank me. It won't last. But I do. You know, like I just feel like you chose him. You know what he is. He's always been this way. So why are you expecting a change now? You know? So that's how I feel.
Has he always been this way? I mean, yeah, okay, fair
that's
enough.
True
he was a drug dealer and whatever. But with regards to their relationship and how he treated her and how he handles her,
that's true.
Was he really like that? Because I liked them a couple, and you know, I wasn't expecting what he said. And the way Yandi be holding him down, like she a ride or die for real. I'm like, girl, you better than me. But you know,
let's see she can hold him down one more time, because that shocking, that kicking the stomach that he gave her ass, I don't think she's gonna hold him down again.
I don't think so either.
Maybe she learned her lesson this time. So.
Well, maybe she, but like at the same time, maybe she learned that she has to get better therapists to get the emotions that he has out. You have focus on getting the emotions that you want. If you want a man to say "I love you," you do not focus on giving him more. You focus on addressing why he won't tell you "I love you."
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons why men don't say "I love you" first. There's reasons why we don't give you the things that you want at the time, and if you're not willing to go through the history of the person, then you're gonna sit there and beat yourself up against a rock.
So why don't men say "I love you" first?
I was about to ask the exact same question.
Just let me know. I mean, I've never had this problem, of course, but
of course.
Just let me know.
Well, I think it's like I said, it's vulnerability. It's just
okay.
The moment you're vulnerable, you feel like you're going to be attacked from real life. You're going to sit there and you're taught from a young age. Like even Andrea said, "Get up, don't cry. Get up, don't." We've been taught.
No, man, don't take my words out of context. Okay, hold on, man. I believe men should express their feelings. It's okay to cry, okay? My man be crying, but ain't nobody else gonna know it. But I'm gonna say we gonna dust him off and we're gonna get back up out there. It's okay to express how you feel. I have no problem with that. And I'm not saying he's gonna be a good man and he ain't weak. Okay, it's good to express your feelings. Don't hold that shit in. I tell my son that all the time.
Like I said, you basically proved my point. You've been taught at a very young age to have emotional restraint. And the reason why most men are unemotionally available is because we've been training ourselves to be the least amount of emotion. That's just in relationships. We're not even going to talk about the business world. We're not even going to talk about athletics. There's a ton of men are supposed to be docile in all aspects of life. And you guys expect us to be on the flip of a switch to say, I love you. You are my butterfly. You are the reason why I live. And
not butterfly.
Let's be honest. Men are not expected to have trained thoughts and trained emotions that are expressive, and you can't just all of a sudden switch it on in a nice switch, and at the switch of a dime. But like I said, usually men are most vulnerable in the bedroom after they get some.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
That's facts.
That's
on
so
facts
true.
On facts.
Ladies, you can get anything you want from a man after you get some. It's the best time to ask for whatever you want.
Or right before.
Or right before, yeah.
No, right after.
Right before. Right before.
No, you can rob a man afterwards. Trust me. There's an old joke about that, but right after you can
The crying thing for me is not so. Showing emotions is good, but I'm not trying to have a crybaby. I'm sorry. No, it's a no.
What about you, Andre? You like a man that cry?
No, hell no.
Not too much. No.
Not too much. I mean,
if he's crying because somebody died, then
he's crying on certain things, like if something happened to his parents,
a death.
Kids, you could cry. I'm gonna console you, but that's crying with that bullshit. No.
But if you lost a job and you start breaking down crying, it's like
finances is gonna be bad. Yeah, you crying. Yeah, I get all that, but just crying every damn day, whining about bullshit. No, you a damn man up.
If you cry because I'm leaving out the door, then that's okay.
You better cry when I walk down that aisle.
You better cry. Cry me a river.
I don't
when
mind.
I'm about to walk out that door.
I will never say that I don't want a man to cry, because I feel that when us as women say that, we don't allow men to be vulnerable. They're not going to want to be vulnerable with you, because as soon as they show us their vulnerable side, if they need to, you know, they feel like, oh, well, she thinks I'm less of a man now. You know, men overreact. So she thinks I'm less of a man now because I let my walls down. So I will never say that I don't want a man that cries, or I would never get with a man that cries, because I feel that when men cry, they are crying for a reason.
Pain.
And I feel that they need you at that point, because men don't cry. And I feel that, you know, we just need to, as women, we just need to be there for them when they are in these situations. So I will never tell anyone that I don't want a man that cries, because I actually welcome it. I actually would love a man that couldn't be vulnerable enough, because that shows me that you really care for me, you really love me enough to cry in front of me, you know, and to let me know what's going on. I mean, because men aren't really crybabies. Like,
that takes training, though. You have to train. You have to be in these type of situations, in that type of situation, at a constant state. But when you're on the streets, drugs and dealing with personal issues, there's no space for that.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments.
But there's no space that a man has that he can truly train himself to cry on the spot. Unless you're an actor, or unless you're a very feminine man, and you guys don't really want those type of men.
I'm sorry, I've had a crybaby
they usually don't
before.
want us either.
I've had a crybaby before, and it worked my nerves. You're not sitting here. You're not sitting here crying more than me. Okay. It's not. No.
I didn't see my
That's
daddy.
why I'm saying he can cry and he can show his emotions and he can be vulnerable for me. But then there's a point where stop. Just stop. Shut up.
E-Black, they can't hear you really well.
Yeah, it's your microphone or something.
I've been trying, because last show I was.
You sound far away.
Last show I was really high, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't talking over Shanita.
Oh, there we
Perfect.
go.
Okay.
I think it was just my settings. I had to redo my settings.
Okay. I wanted to make sure, like I said, I wasn't talking over people. I'm sensitive like that, you know.
Are you gonna cry? See, if you cried right now, it would be beautiful.
No, that would not. It would not.
I have a question though. How long is too long to wait for somebody in jail? Like, what is the max time?
That's a good question.
Ooh, that's a good question. I could probably do a couple of months.
I did a year, and that was
is it my husband or boyfriend?
That makes a difference.
Because that matters to me.
It does matter. So if you're married, what is the time? And if it's your boyfriend or girlfriend, what is the time?
It was my boyfriend. Year was enough. Year. The judge broke us up after that. No more.
Boyfriend, I'm not waiting. Period. Goodbye.
You got engaged before?
Not even a couple of
See,
months.
engaged now. Now that's a whole fiance. Okay.
They usually try to lock you down, but they getting locked up.
Oh no. If we wasn't engaged before, then whatever. I'm leaving. Like I'll see you when you get out. Because I'm not gonna be locked down to you while you're in there. I'm gonna go find me a life, okay? If it's my husband and he killed someone, I'm leaving, okay? If it's like he was misunderstood, he was falsely accused, then I'll stay with my husband. I'll wait for him. But yeah, there's circumstances. It depends. It depends, right?
It's circumstances.
If it's self-inflicted stuff, like, you know,
drug dealer,
drug dealing, or
I rob a bank,
you know, stuff like that, that's, you know, the tolerance gets lower. But if it's, you know, tax evasion, or, you know, involuntary vehicular manslaughter, stuff like that, that's
different.
That's where you get kind of you get kind of like caught up in the sauce. But like I said, are we talking about holding somebody down as non-sexual thing? Like, you know, I can hold a person down, I can call, I can send in the money orders. I can, there's certain activities that I'm willing to engage in while you're in jail. But when we talk about celibacy and
period.
So it would have been okay if he says, still be with me, but you can still go ahead and do your thing because I know you need sex.
Who would say that?
You have to stop.
Who said that? Who said that? He didn't say
Who
that.
would say that?
I'm just saying for
She's just asking.
because men, don't. The one reason why men can't hold it down because they just can't abstain from celibacy. So I'm saying if she were to say to you, E Black, you can still go out there, have your sex or whatever, still keep and hold me down financially, like putting money in my books. Then when I come out, it's still me and you. All else will have to stop. Would that be okay?
I mean, for you needed anything, But no.
Girl, by the time he was out there putting money on your books, he found a whole new baby mama.
That's what I'm saying. Probably in the
How he gonna just let her go when you come out?
Yeah, but like I said, that's it's situation, and it's of course person by person, but. Like I said, that's why I don't deal with the fuckery. So I'm sorry for cursing, but I don't deal with that.
Period.
I don't deal with that. My lifestyle is basically me for how I deal with the. There are the dark times where you kind of deal with stuff, but for the most part,
you're holding her down. As long as you can have a side chick on the outside.
We're learning a lot about you.
Realistic. I mean, but come on now. Let's be realistic. I mean, come on now. Yeah.
Come on now, what? Come on now, what?
Well,
say it.
We're gone for. I just don't want to seem like I'm out here, habitual cheating. All I'm saying is that you're going away for 5 years. There's a certain standard in which I will uphold, but there's a certain expectation dealing with me that when it becomes close to close to probation and those type of scenarios, then yeah, okay, I'm gonna start cutting people off and getting back to normal. But I mean, hypothetical. This is all hypothetical. Can you?
Hypothetical. Yeah. Hypothetical.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I was just going.
Go, Anita.
Well, I was going to say, going back to when you said, nobody's thinking about this dude's history, about his past and what he's gone through. Will we have that same type of compassion if it was on the other foot, if the shoe was on the other foot? Will we be thinking about the woman's past and her history and the reason why she did what she did in the first place? Or is it just the hell with her and move on? She shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. Will we have that same compassion for her?
Yes.
No, they don't.
No,
they don't. They're not going to. They're not going to prison. The women prison are getting visitors. The men prison are getting their kids and all that. But ain't nobody going to visit the women.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
That's
being
true.
honest. For a man, if they ain't getting sex, they ain't in this relationship. I don't care what no one says. If she's gone locked away, he ain't sticking around. And if he is sticking around, he lying to your ass because he's got another woman that he's doing on the side. I'm telling you.
Right in the house.
Men, it's all about sex. In a relationship, if you ain't giving them sex, are they not crying and moaning about it? We don't have sex enough. We need sex. Let's have more sex. It's all
the eyes
about
go
sex
wandering
for them to be happy in a relationship.
I want to give you guys a perfect example. I have a friend right now, not giving up too much about my life, but I have a friend right now who has a woman who's in jail. She's pregnant right now. His phone rings off the hook. She sends money orders. When the stimulus check came, he's sending part of that back because she still was eligible for it. Holding it down, but like I said, there's a part to where the other part still has to get handled.
The woman is pregnant and in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
The woman's pregnant in jail?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
With his baby?
That's tough. That's tough.
Well, hopefully, yes. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, hopefully, you never know.
Yeah. But like I said, they live. But my friend, God bless him, he lives a different lifestyle, and he you know, and this is what comes with it. He deals with women who do this type of stuff. So it's like, you know, and for the situation that it is, it's actually a young girl situation. It's just a group of young girls thought they can do certain things, and the court of law just put their foot down. And 5-6 years later of prolonging the system, you're going to jail for 7 to 8 years.
Wow, that's sad.
So I mean, but like I said, how it looks in real life, and what I'm seeing right now is, yes, it's the phone calls, it's the answering the phone, yes, it's the communicating. He gets calls from other inmates' baby fathers because she's trying to pass along messages to other men.
Oh, okay.
So she's saying, hey, could you tell your baby daddy to call my baby daddy to I need X, Y, and Z, or what's going on with this? And so, like I said, if you're going to get into this world, you're going to have the expectations that come with this world. And that usually comes in with deficiencies in communication, deficiencies in a whole bunch of spaces. So don't deal with them. And don't put them on TV. So
Jamie just said, so if sex is needed that badly on the outside, how about when he's on the inside?
For real.
I asked her, Shay, girl, they need
because
to
girl, if you think they not doing stuff on the inside, then girl.
I was about to say, girl, a hole is a hole.
They get it on over there because they have needs.
Y'all have needs. Y'all not gonna have me on YouTube talking crazy. y'all, that's what we're not gonna do. All I'm gonna say is, you know, every man should have his own safety spot in his head.
What?
What they doing up in there?
What is it?
They said leave them to die. Oh my God, that's terrible.
But yeah,
listen.
Some people don't do it though. I mean,
what?
I don't know.
Oh, because I heard. I talked to a man on the inside, and he was like, "Don't believe what none of them say. If they're in here for a certain amount of time, they're getting theirs, okay?"
But you know, we know somebody who was in there for 5 years.
Nita, don't go there.
He made do for
you
himself.
remember when we went to Vegas, and what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas? It's like that.
But they said that they was good for them 5 years. They made do what they had to do for 5 years. So
they were blessed with hands, and hands work too.
Okay,
girl.
Yeah, that's true too, V. I mean, they got their own stuff. I
mean, they get pictures and stuff inside. Sure.
They get what?
Picture.
Yeah, pictures. You know.
So you know, I mean,
you get to know you get to know yourself a lot better. You know.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, the women will probably most likely go the whole 5 years without it.
I mean, it was easy for women. We can kind of.
I'm sure some of them use their hands, but I mean, what's turning you on in jail? What the hell is turning you on in jail?
Those manly looking, you get confused.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't confused, honey. They don't
you
turn
get
me
confused.
on at all.
How did we get here? How did we get here?
I think somebody from the comments asked the really important.
Shay, 311. This is all your fault, Shay. I'm blaming you for this conversation.
This is the first time I've ever heard Andrea just not input anything.
Yeah, I ain't gonna listen to this, okay?
Moving on.
Shade. That's exactly right, girl.
She said it's her fault. Yes, it is.
But can we? Correct.
So my question is, I want to know, are we all in agreement with the fact that if the shoe is on the other foot and the woman is in jail, the man is not holding her down?
I agree.
Right.
I disagree.
More times than none, yes.
What you're saying is abstinence. What you're talking about is sexual voyeurism. If that's the bar, then of course not. But if you're talking about what it takes to hold a person down, communication, financial, taking care of things, it is possible for a man to do that. And I've actually seen that. He's taking care of his kids. So
that's
one out of how many?
Time is one in a million. What?
Yeah.
Women are doing
a million.
more time.
Yeah, 1 in a million.
So the percentages are greater for women than men. Okay. But with women, all you guys need is just, you know, a lot of masculine behavior. So, you know, phone calls, you guys can go on a whole phone call with long distance relationship stuff, and that's good.
True.
What you got.
That is
men,
true.
Men are not built like that in a lot of ways, you know.
Why not? Why do you guys not have any type of like
fulfillment?
Self-control.
Oh, I said fulfillment. Sorry. I thought this conversation was going left. Okay.
Well, I see them trying to. I understand what you're saying. I want you to understand that men are just built differently. Just like women are built differently from a young age, you guys have systems that are going on that are preparing you guys for a certain activity. Men have a thing that wakes up in the morning that just, I'm sorry, it's ready to go and it's built into us. So if you're asking why men can't be virgins, it's just not really.
My mind just drifted so far away just now. I'm so sorry. I'm back.
But let's just be real. That's just being real. You know, men have been designed to essentially spread a seed across. Yeah, to
sow their seeds. Yeah. To make many.
And boy, do they love doing that.
To beget.
And you guys are made to take care of a seed for 9 months. So basically you guys are able to abstain from activities for 9 months. You've been trained by your body to do that.
9 months, you said?
Yeah. Is that too long? Or is that too short?
Some women still be getting it in. Until they
get it in more in those. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, but effectively, you guys got me sweating here. Shanita,
give him your fan. Give him your fan.
There we go. Nah.
God, I can't take it.
But effectively, men are just created differently in God's eyes, and we are designed to have certain needs met, and you know, it's just and not only that, we're structured in society to be the goer. We have to go. We cannot sit at home at 18 and act like we're gonna have a family and stuff just based on our looks. We have to be able to be competitive. We have to take losses. We have to take wins. We have to do the things that are necessary to procreate. And within that becomes a behavior.
Women are taking losses too. What you talking about? What women are taking losses. We take losses too. Okay. We got failures too. Oh my God, y'all men be acting like y'all just a bunch of children. Come on,
I have a question, and I understand.
Is it weird that I get it though? Is it weird that I get that?
No, it's not.
I understand that.
Like them.
I understand them so much. It's so weird. Like as he's speaking, I'm like, he is speaking the truth.
the difference. I understand this new generation is working men, but my daddy and my cousin, them some straight men. Them some men who are holding their family down.
That's true.
The only time I see my daddy cry, my daddy is 73 years old. The only time I see him cry when my mother got her leg cut off. That's the only time my daddy break down. Okay, that's a strong man. Okay, and my daddy raised 7 kids. Don't tell me you can't do it. That's the excuse you use it, and you're weak about it.
Okay. I don't think they're raised the same way as our daddies and our grandpas. They're not raised the same way as the generations before.
They weak and worthless.
Are we still getting the same women?
What?
Are we still getting the same women that your daddy had?
No. Independent women.
No.
Matter of fact is I'm different than my mama. I'm strong, I'm independent, and I ain't gonna let
That's the problem, Andrea.
What she said.
So no, I ain't like my mother. No, I'm not. I'm different than her.
It's so true. The women that are raising these boys are different now.
Yeah. And the women back in the days were willing to do more to please.
Not that we are to blame E-Black, because there's daddies too. There's daddies too.
It's accountability. When are you guys gonna start taking accountability that you guys want
more? Here we go.
You guys want more access to and more freedom, but then you want to do less and less and less for the man. It doesn't equate the same.
When did we become his servant?
Yeah, I remember.
We're not the servant, E-Black. We're the suitable helpers. That's what we're built for, to help him.
You could be a helpmate to your spouse.
We helpers, not servers.
I never said servant, slave. I never said nothing. I said something about being in a family, a functional family. So know your roles, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just know your roles.
Does your wife hear when you say stuff like this?
Know your role. I mean,
no, she don't. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, know your role on that couch. Know your role on that couch tonight." Okay.
I promise you, me and my wife have been through the ups and downs, and it took her to a long space to where she got to the point to where her best life was when we worked in conjunction and we were both in our roles. It had nothing to do with what got paid. It had nothing to do with what got paid or what's going on and dance practice and who's paying XYZ bill. It had to do with basically allowing each other to be who we were.
So what's the role?
Yeah.
What's the roles?
Yes, we don't know our role. I mean, I want to hear yours.
I mean, you guys really want to hear this stuff?
Yes.
I do.
You're walking up thin ice right now, but go ahead.
I really try.
Well, he said the problem is you women don't know your roles.
Yeah, you said
that. I said, well, what are our roles? He said, well, if you don't know, then I can't tell you. So I'm like, all right. So
to be a housewife, to look up the kids, to cook, to clean.
Our roles have evolved over time. So you cannot say just housewife.
And to give a man sex whenever he wants it. That's your role.
That's our role.
What's our role?
But that's your role.
It's funny because I was that wife. I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was ironing all his clothes for the damn week. Okay.
And what happened, Andrea? What happened?
Shoot, he's cheating on my ass. Okay, so what?
Period.
Were you cooperative?
What you say?
Were you cooperative?
Yeah. And I buried his children too. Okay, I ironed his clothes for the whole damn week.
Listen, men, you need to come up here and help E-Black right now. Y'all need to come up here and help him.
Who not doing their job? They're a little weak minded.
I have a question, right?
Yes.
In today's society, let's be honest. Can a man honestly 110% say that they can be in a relationship or in a marriage for 10, 15 plus years and they don't cheat?
No.
I think I think what you guys are hung up. Like I said, you guys are really hung up on the cheating aspect. It's not about the cheating. Relationships is about compromises and building a family unit together. Cheating is an aspect that has to do with what you're willing to deal with, and there's ups and there's downs. So if you want a man that doesn't cheat, get you an ugly dude that is unattractive to every female. If you want a handsome man,
so you mean to tell me I gotta find an ugly dude who don't cheat on me, and we're gonna be together for the rest of our life?
he won't cheat on you. He will not cheat on you.
The ugly ones cheat too, Andrea. The ugly ones cheat too.
What is that bullshit? Okay?
They're the ones who will cheat on you faster, because if another woman shows them some kind of attention, they're gonna leave you. It's another woman.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yes.
You guys have vehicles?
Yes.
Are they fairly new vehicles?
Yeah.
Couple years old.
But in general, there's an expectation that this vehicle will break down, right?
Yes, I understand that.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't like where you're going with this, E-Black.
Me neither.
Yeah. You said a man can break down too?
But you guys still buy vehicles.
Yeah.
So why can't a manufacturer build a vehicle that never breaks down?
It's impossible, right?
It's impossible.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So what you're saying is we
okay. Okay, so can you give me the parable now? Like, explain it.
You guys are asking the manufacturer who built this system up to build you guys vehicles that will not break down. You're gonna have to do the maintenance. You're gonna have to deal with it. And if you want that 77 Chevy that never broke down, good luck on finding that. You're not gonna find that 77.
Are you speaking about the man, or are you speaking about the marriage?
I'm talking about the marriage.
Oh, okay, I understand that. I understand that.
The men in the marriage.
Yes. No, I don't understand the man part, but I do understand the marriage part.
But you guys are committing to a payment system for this, right? You guys bought this vehicle. You guys know what this vehicle is expected to do.
So we gotta pay in our marriage.
No, when it breaks down, you usually do not go out and buy another vehicle.
You service it. You service that vehicle.
You service the vehicle.
Yes, you service it and you move on with life. Sometimes the vehicle breaks down and some women want to get a new vehicle. They're not willing to rotate the tires. Well, that's fine. But you have to deal with the life, and that's what you have to deal with men. Men are who they are. Either you deal with them or you don't deal with them and die alone. But if you want to deal with them, you're going to have to make sure you service them, that they don't have these breakdowns, and you're going to have to make sure that they're willing. You're going to have to deal with them when they do break down.
So men are cars. What are we?
But my thing is, I think what he's like saying, we can serve the men, right? We can service them. We service them well and regularly, and they still ain't happy with that.
It's
that
true.
A lot. Like, it's not even the fact that the woman's abstaining, the woman ain't doing what the man wants from her. She could be doing absolutely everything that he requested, and he'll even say, "Oh no, you did nothing wrong. Like, I love you. Like, but they still gonna do whatever the hell they want to do." So there's
sometimes I feel like
what you guys want is just not. First of all, there are men that do that. There are men that are very faithful and they ride on to the sunset with their one wife. There are men that don't, and there are men that have transgressions. But the whole picture is, what is worth the family? Is it worth breaking up your family? Is it worth breaking up the family over a transgression?
Sometimes it depends. It depends.
What you did. It depends. If you what a loyalty at then? Because you act like to me it's loyalty. You're cheating on me, okay? We got kids. We got married. You say you love me, but you're cheating on me. How the hell you love me then?
And then
would you leave? Would you leave after one cheating episode, or would you leave after multiple cheating episodes?
Women usually leave
once, you won't cheat again.
Like I said, you have to be able to look
Yeah.
Look deep into yourself and what's most important. Are you willing to leave a man who's faithful but
made a mistake
or hit you? What is
you
cheating?
You said wait. You said he's faithful but he hits me?
Yes.
I'ma hit him back and then I'm out.
No, I'm out.
Okay. So what is cheating on the list? In my opinion, my humble opinion.
Okay.
There's a list that women should have, and cheating should not be the number one thing.
Huh?
So be black. For me, cheating once is not a that's it. It's not a no.
Okay.
When the cheating happens habitually again,
right, then we have a problem.
And then it's also circumstances. How far did you go in the cheating? Did you sleep with her? Were you just taking her out on dates? There's also levels in that. So every woman has the right to decide whether this cheating is her limit. And every woman has something else. Everyone has something else that they cannot take.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact when women cheat, men can't take that. And if there's a baby that comes out of that cheating, he is not staying. But a woman, she would take a baby out of the marriage.
But like I said, if there's, I think I would rather a woman say, I would leave a man because he hit me. I would leave a man because he doesn't support me. I would leave a man because he's not verbally abusive and he's
so let me ask you something. Why does it have to be a line like this and not so much a line like this?
Olivia.
Because
they're on the same level for me. Hitting, cheating, like that. Not so much like cheating, hitting, this, that, but like this. Cheating, hitting, they're all on the same line. They're very important. All of those things.
If your husband, when your person took $5, you're divorcing him?
You said what?
If your husband, when your person took $5, are you divorcing him?
Did I tell him not to go in my purse?
Are you divorcing him for $5?
Did I tell him not to go in my purse?
No, he's took it.
No.
Because if I told him not to and he did it, then I'm going to slap him, okay?
But I mean, do you get where I'm coming from?
Yes, it's a petty crime. It's a petty crime, okay?
There's levels and degrees to a lot of different things. There's levels to physical.
But cheating is not petty. It's really not petty.
Emotionally cheating too. When you just ain't cheating, you having sex with somebody, you emotionally cheating. You're on the phone with that person, you're talking to that person, you're probably telling our damn business too.
Yes. It hurts. Wow. It's not just like it's cheating. Yeah, like it's emotional. Like you give your heart, you not only your body, forget your body, you gave your heart to some other woman. Yes. Like
I'm about to blow y'all spot. I'm about to blow y'all spot. A lot of women.
No, you're not.
A lot of women can learn things from the side chick. So.
Oh, now here we go with that, man.
Let me tell that child. Let me tell you something. Side chick, you could learn from me. All right.
Because all of us collectively was like.
All I'm saying is that if the man is going out there, there's obviously a reason.
Let me tell you something. Let me say something about side chick and wifey. Yes. The man is living life because he has a 20% woman and he has an 80% woman over here. His wife is 80%. Maybe she's lacking a few things. And then he got a little one over there that he thinks, oh yes, this woman is fulfilling me. But really he has his cake and he's eating it too. Mm-hmm. And then leave your wife for this little thing over here that can't do nothing for you. Go ahead.
Like I said,
you're gonna be unhappy. After you let go your wife.
So what you said is the side chick guy. We can learn some of the side chicks. Really, you telling wives that? How dare you say that?
What can you learn though? Like what can you learn from the side chick?
Where was you at when we were paying them damn bills? Where was you at when we were struggling? Where was you at when he didn't have no money? Where was you at when he wasn't nobody?
Where was you at when we was building this empire that we had? This whole empire.
You want all up in his life. Please.
Look, like I said, you guys can learn what a man really values and what
The
makes
side
him
chick
tick.
is probably only bringing sex.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Yeah,
And the
guys,
wife
yeah,
is
I like
tired.
that.
Really
She's
surprised.
tired. She's taking care of you. She's feeding you. She's taking care of your children.
Thank you.
She's tired. She don't got a time
Sometimes the
to get
side
on
chick
top
brings
of you. She don't got
conversation.
time to get on top of
Yes,
you
we
and
have
do
a
dirty wine all
conversation,
night.
conversation
She's
with you.
tired. She's so tired. There's no dirty whining tonight, okay?
I understand,
None.
but sometimes the side chick, because the wife is so busy taking care of all the things that is needed, a man will tell you that the side chick was there for me. She listened to me. She was the
Mhm.
emotional support. The
Mhm.
sex
But
was
I was there
wild.
for your
It's
children.
yeah, you do what you're supposed to do. But
But
side
you're
chick gave me
like,
what I needed emotionally.
They're
yes.
I
big
can tell you that.
babies.
But like
They're
I
big
said,
babies.
when you guys take away your own actions, it becomes easier to understand. Because, like I said, you're going to understand. Men will verbalize what happened or what's going on, and if you don't want to hear that, then that's on you guys, and you're prone to repeat it. But if the man is saying you don't wear lingerie, and she wears lingerie, and you guys say, "Well, I take care of your kids," those two things don't equate.
So that has
But
nothing
where's
to
the
do with
lingerie?
him. If he's going to get
You
married,
got, like I said,
lingerie.
take yourself away from it and listen to what I said. If the side chick, if you refuse to wear lingerie and your side chick is wearing lingerie, and you're coming back with "I'm taking care of your kids,"
E-Black.
you're equating the wrong thing.
Couldn't it be though?
That's an excuse for you.
Couldn't it be that this woman?
But I'm just saying, it's an excuse. If you love your wife and if you want her to wear some lingerie, all you gotta say is the damn words. She will put it on. I'm probably sure.
Or
Yeah.
buy it for her and put it
buy
on
it for
bed.
her.
Yeah.
Or book a vacation and book babysitting. Book
agree.
a babysitting. Take her. What
Book
is
a
it
maid and book a white clothes on your clothes.
John is a
I
hot
agree.
mess. I'm done with him.
I agree.
Sorry, God,
I was listening to Steve Harvey in the Strawberry Letter, and this husband called in, and him and his wife been married for decades, and they haven't been having sex for like over a year. And he's like, should I cheat or not? Because I have this other woman who, she's really throwing it at me. She really wants me to have sex with her, but my wife, she doesn't really want to do these things with me anymore. She always complains about how I don't help her out around the house and stuff like that. But all I really want from her is sex. So if that's the thing, like you're saying, E-Black, well, she's not wearing lingerie. Well, what is he not doing? Because maybe she don't want to wear lingerie because of something that he's not doing. We're not going to just be, I'm going to give you sex because you want it. Like, what are you doing for me?
But that goes into family communication. You have to be in constant connection. You have to say, hey, we haven't gone out Friday. I need you to call a babysitter. I need you to make sure that the dishes are done. When I get home, such as little baby Johnny needs to be in bed.
Are you saying that the man needs to do something like that?
The problem is men don't communicate.
It needs to be. Women just cannot sit there and assume that a man is just happy and just going along with the program. You have to be engaging. You have to compete.
So how do we find out? How do we?
In a relationship.
I'm raising my hand. How do you find out? Because men don't communicate. They don't speak. So how do you?
For real.
How do you know when he's not happy? If he's just going along the motions? Like, what do you do? Do you ask him? Do you say, babe, are you happy?
You have to
babe, am I pleasing you? Am I serving you? Am I whatever it is that you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to, like, as a wife, as a woman, you just don't know.
Most times the women are the ones that are like, oh, let's have date night. Let's do this. Let's change it up. Let's And
are you coming home to bed too? Are you coming home helping me? Are you coming home cooking and dinner? I mean, this is a two-way street. It ain't one way.
Yeah, I agree. But like I said, you guys want to compete in this world and age, then you guys gonna have to do the work.
What? You know what? You
then y'all gonna have to figure things out.
So we gotta be a housewife. We gotta be, what else we gotta be? We gotta be Betty Crocker. We gotta be Betty Crocker. What's her name? Betty Crocker in the kitchen.
Yes.
We gotta be what's that nannies with the kids? Have our kids in order.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We have to also be a stripper in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's one. Mm-hmm.
You say mm-hmm.
He's going. Yes.
And what y'all gotta do? What y'all gotta do? Come on.
Come
on. What y'all gotta do?
Receive. They just gotta
what y'all gotta do?
Receive.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, it's all dependent on the guys that you guys are with. But usually, most men are providers, protectors.
Okay.
They are leaders in their house, and really,
who's the real leader? Who's doing all the things in the house, though?
Like I said,
I'm just saying.
There's a leader in the household. There is definitely a leader. There's a goal. There's a blueprint plan that comes out, and the contractors do the contract work, and the architect did his job. And
because I know they said men is the head of the household, and I'm all for Bible and everything, but when I look and see how much a woman has to do to uphold her household, plus live up to all these expectations to keep her man, it's like, who's really the one who's in charge here?
And that sounds like some honorable stuff.
I'm done with you, Eva.
I'm so done with him.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I hate it here. I'm done for the night. I'm done for the night.
I'm sorry, but there was a time in which a woman who had a house that was clean was an honorable thing.
It still is, and we're still cooking and cleaning and taking care of our kids. We are doing all of that, but
the men just out there cheating.
That's why he got time to cheat, because he ain't home helping me cook and clean. He ain't home helping his kids. He got time to cheat because he ain't helping me do this shit here.
Like I said, you're gonna have to bring that up with your husband.
I'm gonna read this comment because I think Jason stated a very important fact. And Jason said, maybe you should set those expectations at the beginning of the relationship.
Yeah.
I think that men need to set their expectations at the beginning of the relationship, because I know for a fact that I do. I'm going to tell you what I need. I'm going to tell you I need a date night at least once a week. Once a week. You know, and...
What's your favorite restaurant?
I'm going to tell you all my needs and wants, okay? And I'm going to give you everything you need. Huh?
What's your favorite restaurant?
What's my favorite restaurant? I like to try new restaurants. I don't really have a favorite restaurant.
So you were telling your man that, hey, you need to keep it up spicy by researching restaurants to maintain you, right? So
new places.
Yeah, so he's busy maintaining you rather than busy maintaining somebody else.
Cricket? What?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm being serious.
So are you saying that that's the way that we keep a man?
Yes.
Get him to do stuff so that we keep him busy?
Yes. Oh. Get him involved.
You know who I do that to, Vee? My dog. My puppy. Right? Don't you send King outside to keep him busy and lock him up in the cage when he's not being good? I think we need to start treating these men like that. What y'all think?
Okay, we need to start schedule for them.
Where's
Sunday
my leash?
Through Sunday. Schedule.
Hey, some men like leashes. Some men like leashes. It's not like I'm telling you guys. Yeah. But some guys, you know, I really think you guys put this cheating thing on the forefront, but really you guys don't understand. You got to play offense. You can't, you're taking care of the kids. Yes, you're doing a great, honorable job. Yes, you're doing the things that are necessary. But then, just like anything else in life, you have to recheck in. You have to do the things that are necessary to maintain a man so he doesn't have these things. And I'm telling you, men are not that hard. As
So
a man,
no, y'all
okay.
you guys are so uncomplicated.
I got to recheck in and make sure he ain't cheat. I got to recheck in and make sure I'm his woman and everything. But is he rechecking in with me? Is he rechecking in to make sure I'm getting my hair done? Is he rechecking in me?
It's your job to keep him busy.
Is he doing that for me? I'm just asking.
Are you making
it's
sure
your
that
job to keep him busy.
Are you making sure that he understands that's your needs?
I'm telling you, man, needs. I communicate very well.
You guys want these guys. It goes back to the whole Mendecees thing. You guys want these guys to act and behave and do certain and be emotionally available, but then you guys also want them to take care of bills and deal with the harshness of reality and life and culture and just everything else. But then you want them to come home and just to be like, Andrea, your weave was a little dirty today. You want to? Here's $50. It's like, come on now. Like, you guys have to understand your role, and this is the order. This is what you guys have to do. You might not like it. It might seem like overbearing, but like, if you guys want a family structure, then this is. I'm telling you, as a man, this is what as a married man, this is what's easiest. My wife keeps me in check every day. She makes sure, hey, you spent 2 nights on the couch, you need to come to bed. Hey, we haven't had a date night in 3 weeks. I called a babysitter. You know, hey, you've been kind of busy watching videos at night. Why don't you come to bed and let's just talk and have some drinks? Like, these are things that, like I say, you women sometimes just really don't want to compete. And yes.
I ain't competing with nothing.
I'm not trying to compete though.
You know what?
You're too much right now. I'm getting up my nerves.
Before E Black.
That's what I was gonna ask him, Shay. What he doing 2 nights on the couch?
Thank you. What you doing?
That's what I said.
Like, she's a morning. She sleeps at 9 a.m. I go to sleep at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like,
she wakes in the day.
No. She's just an early bird. She goes to sleep like 9, 10 o'clock. I go to sleep at like 10, 11. But that's because as a man, I've been working 2 jobs most of my damn life. like that's
understandable.
Understandable. Like, you guys, like I said, you guys want these guys to do certain things, and you guys got to understand, to maintain this stuff, it takes competition.
Jason, I don't know. I've been in my marriage almost 10 years. So mine's working.
That's good.
What competition? Like, who are we competing with? The outside world, the
woman,
the next woman,
the side chicks,
the side chick.
You're competing.
These other women who are working hard to get our married men and our boyfriends. That's who we're competing with.
If I was that people to want to leave because a piece of ass walked past, and this is what meant for us to be together.
Right. Like, I get disgusted that you don't think that I'm the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. So the minute I hear about cheating, or you even batted your eyes as another woman, I think you're disgusting. You can't even keep your eyes to yourself. So go.
So when we go there,
because just as you looking at some other woman, somebody else is looking at me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But I do in my relationship, we do look at other people, not because we want them, but because we're human. We have eyes. We know what looks good to us. And we're not gonna act on it. We're just like, oh,
right.
Look at that. Oh, look at her. Oh, look at her. But it is like a fine line, because men just can't take us looking at other men and saying, "Ooh."
They can't.
Right.
They gotta go, ooh, and run after.
But you guys,
I think I need to bring this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were looking at like videos of like robotics and stuff like that. And you know how everything's finna be real, about robots and stuff like that. And so he asked me, he said, hey babe, if they made a robot, a working, sexual robot, a woman, would you be up for getting one? And I was like, yeah, if it was a dude. And he was like, see, you embarrassed my fantasy because I was talking about a woman, And I'm like, If it's a robot, it's just a robot. I mean, I want to see what the man feel like. You know, why I want to look at the girl and if my point is, it's a thin line because men can fantasize about other women, but for some reason, women can't fantasize about men in relationships. I don't know why that is, but I think it's noteworthy. That's all I want to say on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've all learned something. We'll take some action tonight. Okay, because this conversation here, I said we were about to get ready to bury E Black. Would have been like R.I.P. y'all.
Look, always bring something instant to the table.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Always.
That's true.
But that's what we love about this show. And it's so unpredictable. You know, we never know what's going to be said, and it's always a lesson. We can always take something from each live. So we'll go around and do our final thoughts of the night. Shanita Marie randomly.
Well, to answer the question, would you hold me down at the shoes movers? In Mendecees' situation and Yandi, I think Mendecees is messed up for saying what he said. But I guess in the same breath, he was also telling his truth. And I also want to give a shout out to E Black because he sat here this whole time for this hour and some change and held it down by himself. So, shout out to you, E Black.
Thank you.
High five.
Right.
Wait.
Oh wait, aren't we doing this now? COVID.
Hey, I got my second shot, so I'm good.
E Black, what's your final thought?
Well, I was, when you sent me the video, I was kind of taken back because I'm not a Love and Hip Hop or whatever the feminine channel bands. How do I say it? I'm not a fan of all of their work. I kind of tune out the stuff. It's too catty and whatnot. So when I looked at the video, I immediately kind of seen what was going on, and then I looked at a couple other videos and seen, okay, I see what's going on. And like I said, it comes down to the expectations. What are your expectations from your mate? You should have, when you choose a person, when you're saying I love you and you take vows, you should already have known their reactions or how their reactions are going to be, and then your expectations on that. But then also, if you're wanting something out of them, you need to take proper ways of getting the expected actions out of them. Putting them on the spot is not gonna work. It's just not gonna work with men. We are not like that. Or unless you want men who want to be betas or who just wear their emotions on their sleeves. But most women don't want that. So in return, and he should have just said thank you. He should have just said, I appreciate you. I love you. You are my wife. And whatever you're going through, I will go through hell and high water with. He's not at that point, obviously. And if you want him to get to that point, put him in therapy, and then you guys work on your relationship instead of putting it on TV and expecting him to represent every man. Because men like us are tired of having a front for good cats like this. But other than that, I appreciate Vee for having on you guys. You guys are just beautiful, and I love you guys.
Aww.
That one thing true tonight.
I know, right? You got one thing right.
Look at that.
See how you try to reel it back in.
Okay.
Andrea.
DC was on that bullshit. Okay, he could have said, "My wife, I appreciate you. I love you, and I appreciate you holding me down." But you know what? I watched them, and Yandi. I hope she get a clue because I don't think Mendecees is going to fly right. Okay, so Yandi hopes she get a mind right. But the women, and there's a difference between the women and the men and the prison. men are getting visits and the women's are not. So that's the shame too. Okay. And E Black, I appreciate you coming on here and delivering my mouth because I have some things to say, and you always come back with some things. Okay, so I appreciate it.
It's all good.
Right?
I'm used to dealing with people like you. You're good. You're good. You're smart.
Well,
Robin.
So I came late to the story, and much like E Black, I don't really watch. I guess the ratchet TV is what I call it. But I do agree a lot with E Black in the sense that you get what you get, and you don't get upset. And if the roles were reversed, again with V, anytime something's reversed to women being in that spot, it's always a double standard. So it wouldn't have went down like that. Pretty much, it would have totally been different. And what I took away from this conversation is, as a wife, I need to compete with the side chicks. From now on, I need to wear lingerie and I need to serve my husband with all my heart and soul. Okay, that's what I learned today. Amen.
I'm so glad you took something away from tonight's live, Robin. That's amazing. Guys, we want to say, well, let me just round up real quick. So I already told you guys my thoughts and opinions, but I'll say it again. I said it at the beginning, I'll say it again at the end. I ain't holding them down. If she's a rose, I'm not doing it. I'm just not, because I just don't believe that men have a strong enough willpower to hold us women down had we be in that situation. So, I think Mendecees, simply for the fact that Yandi showed Mendecees what she's made of, and the fact that she is a ride or die, I think that he should have had the same and give her the same respect to, if the shoe was on the other foot, he would hold her down too. I think that is something that he was missing, and it hurt her. You could tell that it hurt her because she really does ride high, and she probably did have many opportunities where she could have strayed but did not. So I'm just saying, I think he was very wrong for that response. However, I'm just saying, I'm out. I'll be gone. So thank you to every single person that is in the chat. You guys were amazing. We love having conversations with you guys. We love all your points of view, whether we agree or disagree. This show wouldn't be here without every single one of you guys. So thank you all so much for live streaming in. Next week, there will be no Battle of the Sexes because it is Mother's Day. So, everybody, make sure you go and celebrate your moms and do something special. And if you are a mother, then happy Mother's Day to you guys. Make sure you guys spend it with your kids and get spoiled rotten because you all deserve it, moms. Okay?
Yes.
We love you all, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yes.
Or we'll see you on Ladies' Night on Thursday. Bye,
yes.
everyone.
Yes, Ladies' Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.